Hello all. Hope you and your family members are taking precautions against coronavirus. Now, this video is all about explaining you the method of solving the problems on flexible budget. As you might not be able to attend the classes and understand the concept, I've taken an initiative to take it online and explain you in the easiest way for solving the problems on flexible budget. Before starting with the flexible budget problems, I would like to remind you that there are three types of preparing the budget. One is cash budget, another is sales budget, and the flexible budget. Today in this video, I'll be explaining you about the flexible budget. Before starting with the problems, there are two concepts you need to understand in the flexible budget. The first one is the total cost, which includes the fixed cost and the variable cost. So in the fixed cost will remain same irrespective of the level of changes in the quantity produced, and variable cost will change according to the quantity produced by the company or a firm. So to introduce you with the concept of flexible budget, I would like to share you a small PPT on the rule you need to understand for solving the problems on flexible budget. The two rules are very simple. The first rule is for the variable cost. So in the variable cost per unit remains same, but the total cost changes. And the second rule is about the fixed cost. Total cost remains same, but cost per unit changes. These are the two golden rules of solving the problems on flexible budget. If you are able to clearly understand these two rules, then it is very easy for you guys to solve the problems. So I'll repeat the rule again. For the variable cost per unit remains same, but the total cost changes. And for the fixed cost, total cost remains same, but cost per unit changes. With this basic rule, I would like to take a small problem wherein I'll be helping you guys to understand and solve the problem about the flexible budget. So it is a very, very simple problem. Let us take this problem. For the production of 5,000 units, the following are the expenses incurred by the company. Direct material, 40 rupees per unit. Direct labor, 20 rupees per unit. Variable factory overhead, 25 rupees per unit. Fixed production overhead, 20 rupees. Administration expenses, 5. Selling expenses, 20. Distribution expenses, 10 rupees. And the total cost incurred for producing a single product is given as 140. And what is the question asked? You have been asked to prepare a production budget for 4,000 units, 8,000 units, and 10,000 units. Please remember, there are four quantities which is given in the problem. 3 in the question part and 1 is the information part. So 4,000, 8,000 and 10,000 units, you are supposed to prepare a budget, and the 5,000 units information is already given. So while preparing the flexible budget, it is required to prepare the flexible budget for 4,000 units, 5,000 units, 8,000 units, and the 10,000 units. And one more thing to understand in this problem, you can see something like variable cost is given, fixed cost is given, and again fixed cost is given. So it is understood as administration expenses, 20% is the variable out of 100%. So it means to say that remaining 80% is fixed. Similarly, selling expenses, 20% is given as fixed and remaining 80% is variable. Coming to the distribution expenses, 10% is given as fixed and 90% is the remaining, which is the variable cost. So accordingly, I'll show you the format for preparing the flexible budget next. So this is the format which you are supposed to prepare for the flexible budget. Now, as I told you, the question is asked for 4,000, 8,000 and 10,000 units, and 5,000 units information is already given in the problem. For at each level, it is required to calculate the cost per unit and the total cost. so that for each set of units, I have drawn two columns. One is cost per unit and the total cost for all the 4 levels of the activity, and also the variable cost. So variable cost in the problem includes material, labor, variable factory overhead, administration expenses, selling expenses, and the distribution expenses. So if you find the total of all these things, then you will get the total variable cost. Then the second component is the fixed cost, fixed production overhead, administrative expenses, selling expenses, and the distribution expenses. So summing up all these 4 items, you will get the total fixed cost. And when you find the total variable cost and the total fixed cost, then you will get the total cost. So we will start the problem now. And please remember, in the problem which I showed you, the information is given for 5,000 units. Considering the information of the 5,000 units, you need to prepare the budget for 4,000 units, 8,000 units, as well as for the 10,000 units. Now see the problem. Material 40 rupees, labor 20 rupees, variable factory overhead 20 rupees, fixed production overhead 20 rupees, administration expenses 5, selling expenses 20, distribution expenses 10. Now let us fill all these informations here. So direct material cost in the problem is given as 40 rupees for 5,000 units, labor 20 rupees, variable factory overhead is given as 25 rupees, and variable factory overhead is 25 rupees. Yes, fixed production overhead, that will be taken under fixed cost. And next is administration expenses is given as 5 rupees. So administration expenses, out of 5 rupees, 20% is fixed. So 5 into 0.2 will be 1 rupee. Selling expenses is given as 20 rupees. So out of this 20 rupees, 80% is the variable cost. So 20 into 0.8. Distribution expenses is given as 10 rupees. So 10 into 0.9 will be 9 rupees. Please remember the rule again. I'll go back to the rule. The rule says for variable cost, cost per unit remains same, but the total cost changes. Now, as we are preparing for the variable cost at different levels will remain same for 4,000 units, 8,000 units, and the 10,000 units. So total cost will be calculated as cost per unit into 4,000 units. For all the items, you need to multiply the value with the 4,000 units because we are preparing the flexible budget for producing 4,000 units. Similarly, at 5,000 units, we need to multiply all the values of the variable cost with 5,000 units. Next, for 8,000 units, the values will be multiplied by 8,000 units. And for the last one, that is for the 10,000 units, it is cost per unit into 10,000. Now, after calculating this much, we need to calculate the total variable cost. It means to say that in simple words, you need to find the total of all the columns. So as I am using the Excel, it is very easy for me to calculate, but it is just a calci work for you guys while practicing. So now we got the total variable cost. You can see the total variable cost per unit is remaining same at all levels, that is 111, whereas the total cost is changing at different levels. Next, we will go for the fixed cost. So fixed cost is given for 5,000 units. So 5,000 units, the fixed production overhead in the problem is given as 20 rupees. So I'll take it as 20. This is multiplied by 5,000 units. Because we know that the fixed cost will remain same at all levels of the activity, whether we are producing one unit or 100 units, the fixed cost will remain same. So the total cost at all levels would be same only. Next, administration expenses is given as rupees 5. Administration expenses is given as rupees 5, and 5 into 80% is the fixed component. So I am multiplying that by 0.8. We got 4. Next, it will be 4 into 5,000 units. We got 20,000. Again, at all levels, we are going to take the administration expenses fixed component as 20,000 rupees. Next, selling expenses in the problem is given as 20 rupees. So 20 rupees into 0.2, that is 4. Again, this values will be 20,000 only. Next, distribution expenses is given as 10 rupees in the problem. So 10 rupees into 0.1. So that will be equal to 1. So 1 into 5,000 is 5,000. Now we are done with the calculation part. We need to calculate the cost per unit. So how we are going to do is, we will select this value and divide these units by 4,000 units, because the first production level is 4,000. We got the values now. Similarly, for the 5,000 units, it is given in the problem itself. Next one is equal to total cost divided by 8,000 units. Yes, 8,000 units. We got the value. The last one is divided by 10,000 units. All the values are calculated. Now we need to calculate the sum of the fixed cost. We got all the calculations required. Now we are done with the variable cost as well as the fixed cost. So the last step is to find the total variable cost plus total fixed cost to calculate the total cost. That's it. This is about solving the problem. Now I'll explain you, just for your understanding, the interpretation part of this. What is the meaning of this? To produce 4,000 units, cost per unit incurred is 147.25. To produce 5,000 units, the company is going to incur 140 rupees per unit. If the company is producing 8,000 units, then it is going to incur 129.125 rupees per unit. Then if the company wants to produce 10,000 units, then the total cost per unit will be 125.5. So I think you might have studied in the economics the concept of economies of scale. So more the number of the quantity produced by the company, the cost per unit will be reducing. This is the classic example for understanding the economies of scale. I hope you are clear with the concept of flexible budget. If you have any doubts, you can drop me a message or you can call me and get it clarified. So I'll revise once again, what are the things we have discussed. So we have discussed two golden rules of flexible budget, that is for the variable cost and the fixed cost. Variable cost rule says cost per unit remains same, but the total cost changes. And the rule of fixed cost is total cost remains same, but cost per unit changes. So these are the two rules. If you are able to recall these two rules, then it is very, very easy for you to solve the problems on this. Let us meet again with some other problems in the flexible budget. Please work out these problems to clearly understand the concept. Take care. See you all. Bye-bye.